I had to stay in Kansas City because this happened in August. And in a lot of local markets that have an NFL team, they have one guy that's committed to being the team guy and traveling to the weight. Well, the season was starting. They didn't have time to replace me. So my news director said, I need you to stay. So I had something that very few people get. I had a 4-month runway to learn the business and learn what happens backstage. I was not allowed on the air until I was done in Kansas City. So I went to Raw and SmackDown every single week on Mondays and Tuesdays, my off days. I would fly back home on Wednesday and go straight into the station. I would work Wednesday through Sunday, and then I'd be right back out to Monday Night Raw on Monday. So I got to learn from September all the way to January before I did my first on-air thing, which was with The Rock, January 8th, 2000 in Chicago, Illinois.
Who do you ever beat, right?
True.
What was it like work with The Rock?
Man, he was great. I tell people all the time that he is probably the biggest influence when it comes to my style. And a lot of things that young broadcasters or young entertainers, or I watch wrestlers today and I'm like, man, if you were smart enough to realize that you need so much help, and I've offered to the WWE, I've offered to ESPN to be a talent coach to help people learn how to speak, because I have a saying on my show, Behind the Turnbuckle. I say, if you can't talk, you can't get over. And so many wrestlers over the years were great in-ring performers. They're great if you need to fill out a house show and have 10 matches on a Sunday afternoon. But if you want to get TV time on Raw or TV time on SmackDown, you got to be able to talk. I mean, we're recording this the night after CM Punk and Seth Rollins delivered one of the greatest promo segments with no physicality in the history, in my opinion, of the business. And if you can't do that, that's the standard. What we saw last night was the standard. And The Rock used to be the standard. And everything from timing, pausing. He was the only superstar. People don't know this either. SmackDown was taped on Tuesday. It didn't air till Thursday when it first started. They had to edit it and add in sound, and they added way, we call it sweetening in the business. They sweetened it way too much. But The Rock was the only guy that got to do his stuff live backstage because he needed that interaction from the crowd, because he developed so many catchphrases. Everything I do on my brands, on my shows, I don't like to use the word podcast, because podcast to me, in my mind, has a negative connotation. Because podcast, you show up when you want, you record when you want, you talk when you want, but there is no, I run brands, I run shows, and he taught me that everything has to be branded. Everything on my shows is branded. Everything. The picks, educate and entertain, whatever it is. Why? You can sell it, because Rock, if he's not making money at something, he ain't doing it. And then also it allows you to have the crowd know what's coming, and they know what's going to be, and you can tease forward. If you just say, hey, coming up in 20 minutes, blah, blah, blah. But if coming up in 20 minutes, you're going to hear this, this, and this, then it really starts to set the stage. So he was really the biggest influence in my career as far as a talent is concerned. And I'm forever grateful for that.
Coach, plug your stuff.
We got a lot going on right now as far as wrestling business. You see behind me, Behind the Turnbuckle. It's a brand that's really expanding. We've got a show Monday nights at 10 o'clock right after Raw, whenever that's going to end now for Netflix. But we also do interviews. I do a show with Vince Russo called The Coach and Bro Show. That is also all that's on the same YouTube page. We're getting ready to announce these shows will be on a bigger platform starting very soon. Excited about that. And then we have a sports betting brand, Driving the Line. It's every day at 10 a.m. Eastern time, also on YouTube, but also we're on Amazon Prime, we're on DirecTV, YouTube TV, and that is 7 days a week. We're live 6 days a week, on demand on Saturdays. So heavy in the world of sports betting and wrestling, and then I do PFL and the PGA Tour. So with all of that, I'm very, very busy, but I'm very grateful that as the media business has evolved, we've been able to evolve with it. And it's not just me. I've got a team. I've got a lot of good people around me, and we're going to see where we go. I feel like I have about 25 good years left, and I want to use them to do good things with good people and for good people. That's all I care about. I don't need any me stuff anymore. It's got to be about growing the brands and doing it the right way and having fun doing it. Because one thing I've realized through my wrestling career, through my family, is that we have no idea how long we're going to be able to do this stuff, whether it's not even just staying alive, but being able to be in this business and do this content and have people want to watch it or listen to it or be able to do, you and I, we've taken a few months to make this happen, but this is very enjoyable for me. And to me, that's what life's all about. And I've never understood the whole, hey, I'm here or you're here. We're all just breathing human beings that like the wrestling business or like sports. And that's all we try to do. And that's all I try to do every single day.